Everybody, welcome back to This Old Trike. Today, we're getting ready for our town's Independence Day Parade, and we are going to put all of our 70s in the parade. Well, we're going to put as many as we can get going. That's the question. You put them up on the shelf. They've been up there for 2 years. How many run? What didn't run before I put it up there? I can't quite remember. But me and my son are going to get these down and start doing some diagnosis and probably some carb cleaning. So let's get after it. Well, I tell you what, having a son who helps makes things easy. We've got all but one down off the shelf. We left that 7370 up there in the corner. We're not going to mess with that. And in the process of bringing them down, we've discovered a couple things. This tire let loose, and it is shot. So that's unfortunate and very sad. On this 73, that's my nicest 73. Let's do a little count since we're here. I don't even know how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 up there. And when my wife's is done, that'll be 17 little 70s. The rain is starting to fall. I'm wondering how many of these run. And some of them don't have gas, some of them do have gas. I know Bennett has explored how many run. And so he says at least 2 run. Obviously these 3 run, so at least 5 run. But we'll check tanks, add a little gas where we need to, and we'll discover together how many run. Now is the time where you make your guess. How many run? How many don't run? Whatever you want to guess. Write it down. Here we go. Okay, we're going to start with this Christmas special. This is my oldest Christmas special. We just threw some gas into it. Will she run? She's on. Choke is on. Short pull. She runs. All right, so I'm not planning on driving this one in the parade. One of these will ride in the Honda trailer, and one will ride in a different trailer. That's pretty nice. This thing is like the most pristine 70 unmolested that I have, so pretty cool. The gas is off though. So this one runs, that's 2. All right, just put a little fresh gas in this one. Will she run? Ooh. I've done wheelies in the house with this one. Y'all just need to wake up a little bit. All right. Come on, girl. People ask me, how many of them run? Well, so far all of them. How many of them have full tires and hold air? That's the question. Okay, it's a new day. We got called into dinner, which was good because we had some torrential rain. But we're going to go through. We left off with this 84, and we knew that ran, so the two Christmas specials, the 85, the 84, we'll go back in time. All those ran. Let's do the 83, which sits right over here. Well, I can tell you right now the petcock doesn't hold anything because we did put some gas to this last night and it did not stay in the tank. There is some in the tank though. So let's see, turn it on, choke. Feels like it wants to go. No choke. Nothing. So, no go for the 83. 82 is behind us here. On reserve. Gas. Choke. Not hearing anything. So these could be spark plugs. These could be the points have a little corrosion on them, or could not be getting gas through the carburetor. So those are the three things we'll be checking on these. 82. My 81 is over there apart. Don't know that we'll be able to include that. Where's the 80? 1980. On. Fuel's on. Choke. Well, we heard it run. We'll see what else it needs. Probably a lot of them just need to be ran. You know, these guys that collect them and then just put them on the shelf and don't run them, don't do them any favors, you know. So, 1980, 1979, on, gas in the tank, turn it on reserve, choke. Okay. No go. 78 on. Stripping something there. Maybe that was from something else. Fuel's on. Gas in the tank. This is not on very well. Missing the bolt down there. So, 78. So the 74 and the 73, I think we need to try that. This one needs a little attention before we can pull it over. I think the fuel line's off it. We noticed that when we were getting it down. So we'll get some fresh fuel line on that. And I don't know if this was the move, because I didn't do this, and these came from two separate people. But it says like the zip tie thing around the choke. I don't know if that's just to hold it. This one's got the same deal going on. So I don't know what that's about, but we'll keep you posted. That's the coil wire, so we've got to source a different one of those. We have that one up on the shelf, so that's what we're going to be doing today, on top of starting 2 different 70 builds, one for my wife and one for a mystery customer that I'll tell you about, but those will be different videos. Look out for those. Let's get to work. Whoa. How's she running?
She idles high.
She idles high. Brakes are working good.
Yeah.
I just came out here to do an update.
Still first pull.
First pull? Love it. Ooh. So progress continues. We've dove into the 82 and the 79 to get them. I think we might have a fuel delivery situation here. I lined that tank with Pour 15, and the fuel line, you know, the barbs that come out of the tank might be occluded. That's a medical term that I use at work a lot, but they might be blocked. We might have a blockage issue. And this one, we did clean the carb on that, but my lead mechanic here just needs to pop it back on. Since you're here, I've done something while you were away, and I can get your reaction to it live on camera. Check out the bar pad on your 3-wheeler.
Oh, wow.
Do you like it?
I think I do like it.
Okay, let's show it to the people. So it's
Matches the machine on.
it's just a 2-tone black with carbon fiber looking material, so that beats the Pro Taper.
Looks a lot better without the yellow.
Yeah, maybe we should try to get that off somehow. Who knows? Anyway, I think, you know, I've taken the liberty. I don't think Bennett likes it, but I'm gonna name his 3-wheeler the Dark Horse, to keep with our equine theme. You know, pink palomino, Dark Horse, and I think with your mom's, it's got that retro 90s coffee cup color theme going on, so it's going to be the coffee cup Clydesdale, I think, maybe. But more to come on that. We're working on 70s now. I just came to get the update. What are you doing? You want to put that carb on the other one, see what happens? All right, let's do that. Okay, Bennett is getting the tank on. We just put the carb on. And Bennett rebuilt this carburetor pretty much 98%. I was only guiding him a little bit. So once he gets the tank on, which actually you can leave it there and just put the petcock on if you want. But he's so confident in his work. He's like, no, we're bolting this thing down. This is going to be 100%. Not a problem. So, Bennett, is that an accurate statement that this is the first carburetor that you've fully rebuilt by yourself?
Yeah.
Is that what you'd say?
Sure.
What are you putting on now?
The petcock.
The petcock. And Bennett checked for spark on this. He says it has juicy spark. So much spark, she's juicy. What year is this one?
79.
79. And he's just been riding the 80 around. You know, your dad's a 1980 model year also? What'd you lose?
Petcock screw.
Uh-oh. Oh, what's this? What's this?
Look, a petcock screw.
Got it. I'm the finder today. And I'm recording to get his victory. And if you didn't know, we are fresh back from Trike Fest, not 2024, 2025. This is last year's t-shirt. Designed by Johnny Skywalker on the Facebooks. He also did the design for my event shirt last year, and I'll be reaching out to him to see if he'll do it again this year. Here we go. Is this moment of truth?
Yeah.
Gas is on. You shouldn't need choke. Come on, girl. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
I think I did that.
All right. Yeah, try not putting your hand over that when you... Come on, girl. Take the choke off.
I had it off.
Okay. All right. Let's assess and see what's going on. Well, I lost Bennett. He went to go ride in the metro with my wife. I don't know. We're starving for fuel, so something's going on. We might have to pull that tank and flush it. Maybe there's some debris in there. I don't know. Because it'll do this. This is why I think that. Well, like after I let it sit for a while and it feels like the bowl fills, it runs and then it dies. So I'm not sure what's going on. It's not even doing that right now. But I lost my boy. I'm not going to wait for him. I do like this this bar pad. Kevin Geary makes those Cascade seats. He didn't do this seat, but he did these two seats, these two bar pads, and the seat on my wife's build that is coming. So stay tuned as we get all these 70s ready for the parade. Catch you in a little bit. Progress continues on our parade preparations. I don't know if that's a lot of alliteration there, but so okay, these over here are ready to go, with one exception. The 84 has a slow leak in the front tire. We may or may not swap that out. I might fill it up tonight and have Bennett check it in the morning to see how long it lasts. That can be a problem. Maybe we deal with a different day. But everything here runs and runs good. This guy runs, but like garbage. It's got a China carb on it, and we don't quite know what's going on. We've robbed some stuff off my 81 that's looking less and less like a three-wheeler over there. Tomorrow, Bennett is going to pull that carburetor, take a look at it, rebuild it if necessary, and we might put that on this to see if it is a carburetor issue. So, right now, he's taking the recoil off the 73 to put on the 74. Good thing we're documenting this so we can tell and remember what goes where. This has just a pleated filter on it that we're going to swap out. First, we're just going to put the recoil on it, see if it runs. If it runs, and we don't have an issue, I think we might just run it. Deal with it at a different day. The 73 over here. What was it, the coil? The coil's broken, so we got to source that. We already have a 73 going to be in the parade, so we're going to get the 74 going and sacrifice some stuff off the 73 to do it. We'll see how much time we got. Anyway, I think the Christmas special over here and this 85 are going to ride in a trailer. So we will have to decide what ones of these we put the Lee Brunskill trailer hitch on. And then I'll have to get balls to put on the hitch and figure that out. But coming together nicely. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ready to go. 10 coming. 11, 12. And then Allison's on the table in the other room, 13. Is that the number? Baker's dozen?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. I think that's the number. I'm getting excited. We are still prepping for the Independence Day Parade in our hometown. My wife's machine is off the table if you've been following those videos, so more to come on that if you haven't seen it. This 1980 ATC 70 has the dull Meyer fenders from the 80s and 90s. Master mechanic Bennett Frazier is removing the 4 bolts that go at the back, the two that hold this cover on and the two that hold the drum cover on. Why are you doing that, Bennett?
So we can put a hitch on it?
We're going to put a hitch on. We've got a variety of hitches from Lee Brunskill. There's that hitch. There's this hitch. I'll let Bennett decide which he wants to put on. We installed a third hitch on a machine out here, so we can tow our Honda trailers in the parade. So when you got two Christmas specials, you want to keep them together. You got to tow one behind the other. So here's this one we just put on. It took some finesse, I tell you what. 1 7/8" ball. This is the lesser Christmas special. This is my nice one, but I think at this point it's my dirtier one. They're both pretty dirty. Everything needs a bath still. But this is a clone Honda trailer that my buddy Dan Henning makes. You can buy them finished, you can buy them raw. They'll still need assembly. This is a legit Honda trailer from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So the 1980 is gonna haul this guy. Let's see. Here's Bennett's Nightmare, as I've been calling it. He doesn't like it. No, I've been calling it Nightmare, but also Dark Horse. So I think Dark Horse is the name. Here's the 79 that has got gas flow issues, gas delivery issues. Pink Palomino, the Mini R, and my wife's is way over there. She's been riding a little bit. More to come on that as we work on our 70s. Which one did you pick, Bennett? Ooh, I like it.
I gave up.
You gave up. So these are awesome. Like I said, Lee Brunskill makes these. I forget how much they cost, but the tolerances are very tight. So to get it over both covers, especially down here where the cover also includes the skid plate, take some finesse, take some old man strength, and that's what I'm about to give it. Stay tuned for that. All right, we're testing out our trailer hitch setups. Bennett says we're risking a lot. I thought he was talking about coming down the hill, but I think he was saying going up the hill. We might not make it, but I think we'll do it. Looks pretty cool. We are lined up and ready. This is the formation of our parade, our portion of it. Got mine and Allison's, Palin's. My brother-in-law, Uncle Neil, is going to be driving the Christmas special barrage here. Porter Brownell on a 73-70. Bennett and Patrick Essler.
Hold on 1 second.
I think Matt Finley's going to be riding this one, towing the 85. Lane and Michael Finley bringing up the rear. So we just went through our driver's meeting, talked about candy distribution. It's really easy to shoot your wad early in this thing and then disappoint all the kids at the end of the parade. So we addressed that. We went through a protocol. If somebody's machine stops running, we've got 3 tow straps. I don't anticipate needing more than that. My buddy Chad Mulhall's detailing and undercoating. He's riding the square body Chevy with my 250R in the back. So should be a good time.
Can I get away? Can I get away?
Check out those three-wheelers, everybody. Looking good.
And just like that, the parade's over. Everything's unloaded and put back in the barn. I had to get 2 trailers. I had to borrow a trailer to get everything over there. And I don't want to say half the fun is the work to do it, because it's not a lot of fun. But here's how we landed. Allison's machine, which you'll be seeing a video on coming up once I get decals in to finish that up. But everything's got flags on it. Everything did really well. We did have to tow the 83 Christmas special that was towing the Christmas special in the Honda trailer. It was running great up until like the day before, and then I thought we got it ironed out, but we didn't. And I think I need to invest into some of the CDI conversions for these. They start misbehaving after a while. Not the newer ones, because these are CDI, but the old school machines like this had spark. This was a great runner up until all of a sudden it didn't start. Let's see if it'll do something silly like these have been doing. I thought it'd be funny if that just started up, but this one under load it starts to misbehave. It'll idle. See, it's got like a little hesitation. Anyway, it was a good time. My town throws a really nice parade, so it's nice to pitch in and contribute. This is Bennett's mess that we need to get all cleaned up. You see the fire extinguisher, because we did have one. Where's my 74? We did have one catch leaky carb combined with fire from, well, spark from ignition. That got a little shred 80 action going on at one point, but fire! Help! Fire! Gatorade saved the day. He and my nephew were able to get it put out in short order, only about 3 seconds, but it goes to show you how fast stuff can happen. So when you're working on this stuff, you know, have the proper equipment around in case, you know. So in this case it was Gatorade, but I'd never really gone over where I keep the fire extinguisher. That's just one of them, but you should have one in each room, you know, because stuff can change really quick. So anyway, enough of that. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support you guys give, and next video you see is either going to be Trike Fest or my wife's machine. Where is it? The build process on that. We'll catch you next time.